First up, have you all been watching The X Factor? Oh, of course, yes. Well, the reason, of course, it's been the best series for years is these two people, I think. We have the queens of Saturday night on the show. It's Cheryl Fernandez-Vecini and Mel B. With a rivalry right there. Cheryl, let's start with you.
OK.
Now, you're no stranger to tattoos, of course, we know. I'm a big fan of your wonderful rose tattoo.
Thank you.
OK. And as it's autumn, if you need any help with the pruning, just give me a call. Because I'm always available to help. But anyway, have you seen this fan picture, this tattoo of you on a fan's leg? I don't know if you've seen this.
I've seen one on an arm, not on a leg.
Have a look. Maybe this is an arm. I thought it was a leg. There you go.
Yeah, it's an arm.
It's an arm. There you go. So that's, that's pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
That isn't Louis Walsh's arm, though, is it? I mean, it's not.
Could be.
Mel, here's yours. Have a look at this one, Mel. This is you, tattooed. There you go. There's Mel on the E, just the letter. OK, that's it. First guess that, ladies and gentlemen, between them they've had, this is remarkable, between them they've had 18 #1 hit records. They've conquered the charts in Girls Aloud and the Spice Girls. Now they're fighting out to see who will win the X Factor. Please go crazy for Cheryl Fernandez-Vecini and Mel B. You look spectacular. How lovely to have you here again.
Thank you.
There you go. Have a seat, have a seat. Mel, great to see you.
Lovely to see you too.
Come on, sit down. Haven't seen you for a while. Well, it's lovely to have you both here. We're on a Saturday night. You're on a Saturday night, of course. I love seeing you together on the show. Did you know each other beforehand, or was it the show that brought you together?
Well, I peeped her a little bit because I wanted to see exactly what she was like. Yeah. And she's like a strong, independent, gorgeous woman, so I knew that I'd get on with her straight away.
Okay. What do you mean?
How can you not?
What do you mean you peeped her? What is a peep?
Well, you know, you like Google and watch a few, like, YouTube videos of interviews and stuff. Sorry.
No, that's quite nice. And I already knew Mel, because, well, I felt like I knew her because I grew up with her, you know, watching Spice Girls.
Now, how do you find the judging? How do you find it? Because, of course, Cheryl's done it before. Mel, you've done bits and pieces. But being together here and doing this series of The X Factor, it strikes me that it's tougher than ever before.
No, it is tough. There's elements of it that are horrible. That actually I would never want... I don't want to be on my side of it, so I would never want to be on the reverse.
Which elements are you talking about in particular?
Well, the 6-chair challenge.
OK.
For a start. I've never been through that experience before, and I'll never go through it again.
And this was... Because you didn't want them to do that, did you?
No, I begged the producers to not let me take... I even thought about how I could be sick that day.
You did. She texted me that, didn't you?
Yeah, I might be poorly tomorrow.
Wow. So you really were... And why were you worried about it? What in particular? Because...
Well, I just think it's a bit of a, like... I know it's good viewing for, like, you know, the people watching, but to do that to someone, to tell them they've got an opportunity, then take it away, like... And it's not like how you say it. We were over a course agonising, like, 4 hours.
Yeah.
And me personally, I had about 17 or 18 girls. I had the most out of all the categories.
And so you had... Let's explain this. So you had 17 or 18. It comes to the challenge, and what do you have to do?
You have to tell them yes or no. They can take a seat if they get a yes, and then if you change your mind, you have to switch them with somebody else.
I loved it.
And
Get off!
Well, but this is interesting, because it does seem to me that you aren't as sensitive...
No, I am sensitive. I cried a lot.
Yeah, but no, I mean to the actual...
No, she is.
But I mean to the moment there. It's like you seem to have a tougher approach to show business.
She didn't have half as many girls... well, I had, like, really good girls, and her guys were kind of obvious.
Yeah.
Do you
I
think?
thought you were about to say that my guys were a bit more crap.
So you faced easier
not the ones
choices.
that you chose, like, she chose the obvious ones.
Yeah.
That were really good,
like,
yeah.
where all the girls I had were good, and you had to condense that one, where they're 4 hours down to 1 hour, where I actually told a lot of people no before anyone got a chair.
So you were already thinning the ranks a bit, and then you got... But they all really only left in the bits where you kind of said yes, yes, and then no.
Well, they kind of... It's like Colosseum in there, literally. You've got people booing you, throwing
So, have you seen it back? Have you watched that bit back?
Watched.
There was one controversial moment, because you'd said yes to a couple of people, that the audience were obviously a bit, you know, not certain, and then you said no to someone.
You know what happens is they see one performance where we've seen maybe 3, 4 by then. Exactly.
So you're not basing it just on that moment there?
But they are,
okay,
the
well,
audience.
Let's have a look at this and then just see how they reacted. Okay, watch this.
My mind keeps saying run as fast as you can. I say I'm dumb, but then you pull me America.
I don't understand why you would do an Ollie Murs song.
I wanted to think outside the box. Maybe that was wrong.
Sorry, I can't give you a chair. Monica, I'm sorry.
You can see, but I can see how upset you were having to do that.
No,
So-
I think it's awful. I think it's...
You're a dream crusher.
And she just tells him literally, get off the stage, like, get off.
Well, you do...
I wish I could have a bit more of her approach, to be honest, but I feel it.
But-
I'm a sensitive person.
Mel, have you always had that toughness?
Well, it's not toughness. I'm just honest. You know, I do have, like, feelings and stuff. I've got 4 kids of my own,
Yeah.
so I am sensitive.
Yeah, okay.
But, you know, I do think sometimes people just need to be told,
Yeah.
stop.
Did you ever... You must have had some criticism when you were first in the business.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the day, there was no mincing of words.
Yeah.
You were too fat, too black, too this, too that. I mean, I got everything. It makes you really tough.
Yeah, so you actually think it was a good thing then?
Well,
Tough
yeah,
love.
I think so, yeah. I mean, it made me a fighter. It
Yeah.
made me believe in myself because nobody else did.
Let me ask you, Cheryl, the big news, of course, in your life is getting married.
Yes.
I just got used to calling you Cole after Tweedy, and now it's Vicini Hernandez. Are we meant to do a like a
Well, you know what's funny is, like, you and I are on first name terms now, right?
Yes,
So
we
I
are.
don't say, hi, Jonathan Wass.
No, you don't. Because that would be hurtful.
Therefore,
I
there
won't
really
say-
is no need to say, hi, Cheryl Fernandez Puccini. So really, we can just call each other Jonathan and Cheryl.
Well, he's a French gentleman, isn't he?
Yes.
Because it sounds like a Spanish name. That's what I assumed it was.
It's a bit Italian.
Okay, okay. So how's married life? How are you enjoying it?
It's great.
How long have you been married now?
Since the 7th of July.
Okay, so you're remembering that anniversary date.
Yeah.
So that's a few months. That's not that long then.
7/7/14, that's how I remember.
So you're still probably in sort of the honeymoon phase, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not kind of farting in front of each other yet?
I don't do that anyway.
Mel, I bet you do at home, don't you?
No, I'm a lady. Why are you laughing?
How's your French coming along then? Because he must speak pretty good English, I guess.
Yeah, je parle français.
Je parle français, that's pretty good. And do you have any, what kind of help does he give you? What kind of words or phrases has he taught you?
I couldn't possibly see them on ITV.
They're saucy?
I couldn't possibly reveal. But I hear when he's on the phone and stuff, that's how I pick it up.
Okay, but you can understand him pretty clearly when he's
I
speaking
can
in his...
understand more than I can speak, to be honest.
Right, yeah, well,
Otherwise,
that's-
it would be very offensive stuff I was saying.
And do you live here, or are you going to live in France?
No, I live here.
You live here.
Yeah, completely.
And Mel, you're mainly in America.
Yeah,
Okay, in LA. You like it over there?
I do. I've been there on and off for like 15 years.
Wow, that's a long time. And so your kids, really, they know America better than they know the UK, don't they?
Well, I mean, they travel around a lot with me, so they've been back to the UK a lot, but they do have really strong American accents,
They're
which is
so
really weird to
cute.
me.
They're the most well-mannered, cutest kids ever.
Thank you.
No,
That's
they
very
really are. I don't know what happened, Harold.
Yeah. Does it seem strange to you to hear your children speaking with American accents, though?
Well, I think they find me strange. Like, when I say, go put that in the bin, they go, don't you mean the trash? I'm like, no, I mean bin.
Man, they sound really annoying kids. You know?
Well, my husband's American, too,
Yeah.
but more New Yorkerish.
But he can't help himself. He was born there.
Yeah, there you
You
go.
know. I'm excited by this. Mel, who's not over here for this long, I guess, just for the show, but you're hosting the Mobos this year.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
a bit nervous about that.
Well, it's on ITV2, isn't it? And so...
Because I've got to read. And the auto cue's, like, quite far away, and I'm a bit blind in that eye.
But it'd be a fun night, I would have thought.
Yeah, it is a fun night. I hosted it for 4 times before.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, amazing.
How?
Yeah.
Why you've always had bad sight in one eye, or is that?
No, what happened is I got my eyes lasered, like, when I wasn't meant to, like, 15 years ago, and then that 1 in a million chance,
Oh, no.
that one reversed.
Oh man, was it painful?
No, I just can't see out of it.
You can't see at all out of it, or you've got...
Well, you're just like a blur. You look gorgeous.
That's probably the way to look at me, yeah. Soft focus, that's nice. And they can't fix it.
Well, I am going to get it fixed at the end of the year. I think I want to get, like, a cornea transplant, so hopefully I won't be seeing what the other person's seeing, the other dead person.
I never knew that.
Yeah. Well, that's what it is, isn't it?
I don't know whether medically that's proven yet. You mean you think you might see what the other eye was seeing before?
Well, you think that you might be dreaming of what the other person dreamt.
No one else thinks that.
Well, I think so.
No one else on the planet thinks that's a possibility.
Maybe it's just me. Hopefully it'll be fine, and then I'll be able to see again.
OK, you're doing some music and lots of other things, I know, but it's still music really is your main thing, isn't it, Cheryl?
Yes.
That's your main thing. Cheryl has a new single out. Did you write this? Did you write the lyrics to this?
Co-wrote.
Yeah, they seem pretty personal. The single's called I Don't Care. Have a look at this. I'm going to ask you about the uncensored version in a minute. This is out 2nd of November.
I don't care, and it feels so good to say I swear that I don't care. And everywhere, there are ordinary hearts that don't play fair, but I don't care, I don't care. Oh, I don't care. Oh no, I don't care. Oh, I don't care. Oh no.
That's fun. That's a nice sound. So that's out November the 2nd. You've got an album out November the 10th.
I do.
OK. And with the lyrics, that's a kind of censored radio version.
Yes.
So the full-on version is a bit swearier.
What do you say? Say it.
I don't care, and it feels so fucking good to say.
So, and I got shit to do, and I'm ready to forget.
Yes.
Is that sort of aimed at anyone in particular?
No, just anybody that's bothering us that day. I've got shit to do. I can't be bothered, you know.
What does Simon think? Do you run your music past him, or does he not?
No, I actually did play him this track. No, I don't usually, but he was around when I got a mix in. So I said, have a listen to this, and he really loved that one. So.
That's great. You want to have his opinion. Would you do anything musically together, do you think?
Yes.
We did speak about that the other
Spoke about
day.
this, yeah. Watch this space. We want to actually do a themed weekend where it's Girls Aloud versus Spice Girls.
That would be great.
That would be fun, right?
Hope you're watching that, Simon. Make it happen.
Would you, by the way, would the Spice Girls, would you perform together again?
I would.
I could just... Maybe I could be a stand-in.
You could be a stand-in for the one who couldn't sing. No, you
No,
can
'cause she
sing. I mean, you
can
could
sing.
replace her. I didn't mean... Yeah, like I would say that to you. OK. I'm going to get you off the couch because you're outwitting me at every turn. I don't like it. It's great to have you. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fabulous Cheryl and Mel. That's out on Friday. Here we go. OK, take a step back. That's quite something. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back, Mel and Cheryl. We were talking with Steve about terrible days. That's the premise of the new film. Have you had a bad day you can remember? What's the worst day you can remember, Mel?
I don't really like to think I've had that many bad days because I like to turn it around.
Well, you're a positive
But
person.
I've had a few.
Would you like to share one with us?
Well, like when you don't make the loo in time and stuff.
Well...
I'm joking. Or am I?
So, David, I imagine a bad day for you could have been when your life was actually in danger, some of the exploits you've had.
Oh, I don't know. I suppose sitting on a boat, in a small boat, with no wind in the sail, and sitting there for 3 days on a coral reef just going up and down. That's quite bad.
Becalmed.
Becalmed, yeah.
Oh, and you couldn't get back to land?
No, we were miles out, yeah.
Did you have food?
Rice, only.
How do you have rice on a coral reef?
Hmm? Yeah, we were stuck on a coral reef.
Canned rice.
Canned rice? No, rice, you know, off the rice plant. Just had rice.
Oh.
That exact same thing happened to me.
Before we move on, you've got a lot of pets. Mel, you've got quite a menagerie at home now, haven't you, in LA?
Well, I did have 2 parakeets, which were given to me as presents for when we finished America's Got Talent. Howie the comedian thought it was very funny to give everybody these little parakeets. So I had one, and I thought, well, I can't just take one home to the kids. I'll take 2. So I took 2 of them on the private jet back. I thought they'll survive. They were not going to explode or anything. Well, they didn't. And then got home, and then day 1, they were both fine. And then I saw the other one, like, nodding a little bit, and I thought, oh, my God, it's on its way out.
Yeah.
And then it died.
Oh.
But the good thing is, the survivor now will kind of, like, eat out of your hand.
Oh.
I love the way you always see the positive side. Cheryl, you, when you were a kid, you used to rescue animals and stuff, didn't you?
Yeah, my house was like the RSPCA. Literally anything that was injured or in a bad way. I mean, I walked home from primary school one day. We had to walk all the way from primary school, half an hour, with little legs when you're like, you know, 6 or 7. Take our bucket and spade that we used to take to the seaside all the way back, some rubber gloves to rescue a hedgehog that was stuck down a drain. And we took it back and set it free in the park.
And the hedgehog's fine?
The hedgehog was very happy after that.
It didn't die then, like my parakeet.
Mel's story always ends with someone being blinded or an animal being... OK, it's been great having you here. Thank you again. Sir David Attenborough, Mel B, Cheryl, whatever your new name is, and Steve Carell. I'll get it. I didn't want to say it wrong. That's all it was.